Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. Yes, I know I need to get my hair done. God's working it out as I do this video. But I wanted to speak on something right quick that just came to mind. Um, and actually, I've thought about this ad nauseum for a long time. I was in a partnership relationship for over 2 decades with a man 40 years my senior that I really had no business being with, but I was with him. I chose to be with him, uh, and God allowed it to happen because it was going to teach me some lessons and help me do what I'm doing today, which is why I'm doing this video as, I speak on the subject. Now, being that Mike basically told me that when he was in a relationship, he was very much in a relationship, but when he was single, he was very much single. That basically told me that he was a slut, whether he was in a relationship or not in a relationship, meaning that he was capable of engaging in any kind of behavior that he desired, regardless of being in a relationship or not in a relationship. It was just depending on that relationship, whether he was going to be monogamous. I don't believe that he was. I believe that he was open to any and everybody, especially at a younger age, because he was able to do so. He had more availability, more freedom, more interest in doing so. When he was with me, he was, of course, in his 60s. He was 6 years old when I met him. So, when men get to a certain age, they're not able to engage in certain behaviors that they once were able to engage in. So with him, basically, he was going to... So basically, what he was doing was he was going to engage in certain activities that he deemed were acceptable, even being attached to me. Now, Mike was the type of individual that was very good at keeping secrets. He is very good at being secretive. He was very good at hiding a lot of his behaviors. Some things he didn't know, I knew and or was aware of. He hired certain individuals to help him with projects, with work projects and so on and so forth. And he had different individuals that were usually addicts and or streetwalkers that would work with him in his business. Now, Mike, I know, engaged sexually with some of these workers at one point or time throughout our relationship. I was okay with that, and the reason why I was okay with it was because I didn't have to see it. Even if I displayed me knowing that something was going on, he would still lie to my face and say that there was nothing going on, even when my intuition was letting me know that something was off, something was just not right. He would lie to my face and tell me that he was doing nothing, which after a while I just started to not really even say anything. I just engaged in certain behaviors that he was engaging in, and or that he staged or set up for me to engage in, so that he did not feel guilty about getting involved with his workers or other individuals for certain things that he enjoyed doing. I shared that to now share this with you. Girl, boy, stop thinking you can control that man and what he chooses to do with that penis between his legs. Girl, stop thinking that you can control that man with your pussy. A man is going to do what he wants to do, just as a woman's going to do what she wants to do. All right? There are some people that love to play as if they're monogamous and they're all about being in a relationship and being attached to someone and only them, that will go out here and engage with someone they met on a Reddit chat today, last week, don't even know the person, but they'll engage sexually with them. Yeah, and have a whole wife or a girlfriend or a boyfriend at home that they're attached to. But they'll meet you for sex. Why? Because they want to. There doesn't necessarily have to be a problem within that marriage or within that relationship. They just want to have sex and be free to do what they want to do. And if they catch a disease, they'll blame it on you, or hopefully it's a pill that they can take or an injection that they can receive that will clear it up. But they don't ever plan on that happening. They don't ever plan on you finding out that they're engaging with somebody else sexually. In fact, they want you to think it's only you. Ha 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 ha. It's usually not. Even in the best of relationships, even in the best of marriages. And we're not talking about just hooking up, meeting up with somebody for sex. Oh no, sweetheart. It's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It could be an online relationship. I say deeper. It can be an online relationship where they have an emotional connection with someone online in a different state, in a different city, and or in the same city. So they can be attached, be in a marriage, be in a relationship with somebody, lovey, and actually be in a relationship with somebody online. It also trickles down to just being a sexual kind of connection as well too, where they get online, get on these dating sites, dating apps, Reddit chats, post their pictures, post videos, engage in stimulating chat, and basically have a completely different life online than what they have out in the real world. In real life, rather. You have to basically understand, and I know this is going to sound fucked up, right? Because this is not like the olden days where it was just you and nobody else. No, sweetheart. They have relationships at work. Yeah, they have relationships at work. Full-on relationships. Usually ending up in a resulting divorce where they leave their significant other for the person that they're engaging with at their work. You've heard this said before that there are just some men that are not, they're not geared, they're not wired to be monogamous. And I'm not going to say that every man is non-monogamous, but I'm going to tell you this. Even the best of men that you would never ever think or believe would engage in an affair, have engaged in an affair. Even if it's just a hookup, that's still an affair. It doesn't have to be anything long-term. It can just be a quick fuck. A quick suck-off. It doesn't matter. A lot of these men get off on being able to get away with it. That's the fun in a lot of it for them, getting away with it. As well as the pleasure. And then they don't have to pay for it either? Oh, that's like triple whammy. That's a triple whammy for them. It's usually ones that have to pay for it are paying for it because they're not getting it at home and they want to get it. They want access to that. They need it. And they don't want to play the game of going on a dating site and trying to find someone that they can basically have sex with and being frustrated when they don't find someone because they're not the most attractive or whatever the issue or problem is that they have or insecurity they have with themselves that other people notice or recognize. When I tell you, this is the truth, it's the truth. Mike had someone that was basically 40 years his junior that he was with. And he was still engaging with other individuals because he enjoyed sucking dick. That's it. And then he lied to me when my intuition was telling me that he was engaging with other individuals. And then bringing that home to me. these individuals possibly could have had STDs or things that could have been transferred to me, but as Mike was well aware and knew for many years, it's very difficult to contract any kind of STD and or HIV from giving oral. And he's been doing it for a long time, so he is aware of the signs to look out for if there is any concern about STDs. But there are probably 1 or 2 times where I thought something was going on, but yeah, you got to be careful. And there's no amount of stalking, harassing your partner, your spouse, tracing his phone and so on and so forth that's going to keep him from engaging in behaviors that he wants to engage in. All right? It really comes down to trust. It's a matter of trust. Shout out Billy Joel. It's a matter of trust. And a lot of y'all do not trust your partner because you don't even trust your damn self. A lot of y'all engage in the same behavior that your partner does. You just don't want him to do it. You want to be the only one that's doing it. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that fucked up? Some of y'all really, in all honesty, y'all don't need to be in a relationship. Y'all don't need to be attached to anybody. You're attached to someone because you don't want to be alone. But you're basically engaging in behavior as if you're single, and you're not single. But you don't want to let somebody go because you don't want to be by yourself, because you don't think anybody else is going to want you, other than for sex. So the two of you are clinging to each other and thinking that's going to last forever. Bullshit. Eventually y'all will part. Eventually there will be a divorce. Or basically there will be an open relationship where the both of y'all know y'all both are going to be cheating on each other. You're both going to be fucking around each other, and y'all basically accept it as long as you're together for the kids that you probably didn't even want. But you had to hang on to him, right? Y'all play too many fucking games. It's really simple, but you rather make it hard. And not only make it hard, you make it difficult for yourself, and you make it difficult for your children, as well as other individuals, with the toxicity of your relationship, your behavior, and your actions with each other. Alright, gotta go.